In today's BTG episode, Martin tries to make amends with his sister, Leslie receives a warning where Marcel's intentions are concerned, Naomi and Jacob try their best to navigate a new normal, Eva gets an earful from Laura. Kyle asks Nicole for another date, and Haley convinces Bill not to go to the hospital. Bill and Tomas go over a will and talk about what a pisser their client was. He teaches the younger man about how to give their clients the legacy they want to leave behind. He wants Tomas to draft the next client's will. Bill gets a text about someone becoming engaged. Bill finds it romantic that it was in public and says Pauline doubled her reach by marrying Jard. She was the frontrunner for partner until Tomas came along. She might snatch that position from him still. At Orphe Jean S., a woman stops Martin about serving his community. He gives her a card, thanks her, and sits with Kat. She's concerned he's ready to read her the riot act. He's not, and explains that Ted gave him advice yesterday. He says he was protecting Samantha at Kat's expense and it wasn't okay. Kat takes partial blame but not the Eva parts. She admits she made a mistake in thinking that Eva was trying to help Samantha get on birth control, and how she realizes Sam was working with Eva at a free clinic. Martin asks why Sam would go to Eva. Kat says his kid thought Leslie could help since she's wealthy. She also knows Leslie is using charity to make herself look good. Martin purses his lips at that, but Kat goes on to say she doesn't like how she gets around Eva. All that's happening is she's fighting with her family and ruining things with Tomas. She admits he asked her to move in, but she thinks it's too soon. Martin tells her he and Smitty moved in fast and put in the work. Kat worries that if Tomas really knew the real her, he wouldn't like her anymore. Martin thinks she should let him see all of her. He feels sorry for not being so close with her. He's putting personal time on his calendar, he says, and asks to do that with her. At Uptown, Ashley admits to Naomi that her talk with Danny went well and left them on good terms. Jacob and Derek appear. Derek has lost the hockey stick and is now using a cane to walk. He thinks the stick suited him. Jacob's baffled. Derek's there to celebrate his wins and stops in his tracks when he sees his ex. Ashley calls them over, thinking they can be friends. They sit together and things are friendly. She heard Cheryl made a move and admits she knew his coworker had a crush on him. Derek sits back in his seat and stops smiling. He refuses to comment, so she backs down. Things get awkward and Naomi thinks that them sitting together is a win. The women go and Derek sighs and wonders if Ashley was jealous of Cheryl. Jacob says, "Are you kidding me?" He tells him to let go of all that, let her go. Derek doesn't get it, so Jacob spells it out. He doesn't want Derek moving on with Cheryl just to make Ashley jealous. Laura runs into Eva at the cafeteria. She stops and Eva says not to worry, her mom isn't with her. In a breathy voice, Laura complains about looking over her shoulder and rants about Leslie, who thinks she's above the law. She's worried that Leslie will snuff out this loose end soon. Eva juts her chin out. She's sorry for what happened to her but defends her mama and points out that Leslie behaved herself at Winterfest. Laura knows someone was paid to watch her. Eva's astounded, realizing it was Marcel. She talks about her guilt over what she and Leslie did. Laura knows about how it is being with one parent against the universe. She admits she thought Eva and Ted had a nice time at the party. Eva confides she used to dream of her father and that night she felt like his princess. Laura bonds with Eva over it, feeling wistful about missing her mother. Leslie brings Malone donuts to the police department. He can't have her there looking the way she looks, he tells her, taking in her outfit. They flirt and he reminds her he has a wife. She's surprised he remembers he's married and keeps flirting. He tells her she's tempting fate. There are a lot of people there who want to put some jewelry on her. She thinks they can play good cop, bad cop. He can put that jewelry on her. She exits, telling Elon they left her a donut, and when she's gone, Elon chastises Malone for talking to that woman. Malone claims he's helping Jacob close the book on Leslie Thomas. Elon promised the mayor to bring up their arrest rate. Malone thinks Leslie's on the hook at least, but assures the chief he's not on the hook with her. At the hospital, Chelsea brings Madison an apology coffee. Madison thinks she can be herself with her girlfriend and she's going nowhere. They're a little glad they argued because of how they made up. There are no power plays. They kiss and leave together since Madison's patient is a no-show. Eva arrives at the club and Tomas runs to say hello. They discuss their love of the books. Bill interrupts and Eva dashes off. Bill comments on how close they are. Tomas shrugs and calls Eva friend. Bill cautions that friends can be trouble. Breaking Kat's heart is the last thing he wants to do if he's aiming for a partner. Tomas stares after Eva and goes back to his table where Bill tells Tomas to prove he is into just Kat. Tomas has photos of their weekend trip, and Bill says a trip isn't the same as putting a ring on it. Tomas says it's not for lack of trying to get her to move in with him. Leslie arrives and sits with her daughter. She's not happy to hear Eva ran into Laura and tells her about Marcel being hired to watch her. Leslie doesn't mind since she has an angle of her own. Why can't they have a cop in their back pocket? You don't stop even now, Eva says. She brings up Laura again and didn't like how bad Laura was feeling. Leslie says it's why she needs Malone close to her. Eva's upset that her mom doesn't care how hard it was to talk Laura down. Leslie scared the girl, and she wonders how her mom could torture her with her gaze. She should do more with her second chance. Leslie doesn't look like she cares, so their conversation turns to talk about where they'll have the free clinic. Leslie knows who to go to about that. Back at their table, Bill pressures Tomas to decide on a woman and stick with her. Tomas asks how to convince Kat that they're ready for marriage. Bill says to be there for the real her, to let her trust him with her heart. Whatever obstacles she throws, Tomas should handle them like he's not going anywhere. Naomi and Ashley head to the cafeteria, where Ashley feels bad about breaking up the foursome. They chat about the breakup and talk turns to Naomi's issues with Jacob and their kid thing. They joke about how they'd never quit each other and share a friend's moment over being besties since childhood. They embrace. Hooked on Beyond the Gates, join our official Beyond the Gates Facebook group. Get spoilers, recaps, theories, and fan talk all in one place.